everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, please click the little subscribe button down below if you're new, and we'll get on with this video because it's an exciting one. So today I've come to you barefaced because I'm going to do a testing Primark and tan video. Amy's actually going to test out the tan for me because I've picked up some makeup. I've picked up some makeup from Primark. I've never ever tried anything from Primark beauty wise. I have tried some lashes before. I've actually got a couple of pairs here, but I didn't use the glue, so I'm going to be using everything from Primark, even the brushes. I picked up 14 or 15 things for just under £25. I think it was £23 something, which I think is amazing. You wouldn't get that anywhere else except maybe the pound shop. If you do enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up and let me know down below if you want me to do any more kind of like cheap testing makeup videos or any specific brands, maybe like MUA or Natural Collection, or just even like a one brand tutorial like Rimmel or Maybelline or anything like that. Do let me know. So yeah, I'm going to start with foundation. I have the PS liquid foundation brush, and this was £1.50, and to put on my face I have the liquid foundation oil-free formula semi-matte medium coverage foundation suitable for all skin types. I don't know if I said this, but I got it in the shade Ivory and it was £2.50, which is amazing. Never bought a foundation that's cheap in my life. So let's try and get this. Also, I'm going to apologise for my nails. They are disgusting. I wrecked them at Tina Park, as well as my skin is covered in blemishes and spots and redness and yuck. The only issue I did have with this is in my Primark anyway, the one I went into, there wasn't much of a shade range for the foundations or, well, anything else, to be honest. So that's the only criticism I have so far whilst I was kind of like picking shades, etc. How on earth do you open everything from here? I don't know if I'm just being stupid, but all of this is quite hard to open. So I'm just going to start to apply this with the foundation brush from the middle outwards. I did just put a pea size amount on, but I'm not quite sure how much I am gonna need. This seems to kind of be sticking to like the dry patches on my face, so I'm not sure if it'd be suitable for all skin types. Okay, also I'm gonna need quite a lot if I'm applying it with this. I couldn't see any sponges. I did want to get some sponges, but I couldn't see any. So if you want me to do like another testing Primark video and I can go into a different Primark and find some different makeup, then I will definitely do that. I'm sure there'll be other stock in different shops. This does look like it's darker than my face, than my neck, but I think it's just the shadow because it's definitely not darker than my neck. Get it all over my ear. It's quite thick. It smells okay. I actually don't mind the smell of it. Usually I have something to say about the smell of cheaper foundations because usually they don't smell nice, or they smell like sun cream, which I actually quite like. But this one smells alright. I don't know what it actually smells like, but it doesn't smell bad for sure. It's a little bit dark, a little bit lighter, but it's not too bad. I thought it was the same, but it might be a little bit lighter. Okay, I'm actually just gonna like kind of smooth this out with my hands, and there's already kind of bristles coming out of it, so it's not amazing, but I don't think you expect much if you pay like £2.50 for a foundation and £1 for a brush. Okay, so now that's on. That's not actually too bad. I'm quite impressed so far. I haven't ever paid £2.50 for a foundation and I didn't think it would look this nice. So the next thing that I have is this concealer, and I was so shocked when I saw the price of this because I have never ever paid probably under, well, the cheapest concealer I've bought is the Collection and that's £4.19 I think, and this one is 90p. 90p. So I'm going to try this, and I think it's a stick concealer, which I don't usually use, but that was the only one I could see that was there, so I'm going to try that to cover those black bags, because I certainly do have some right now. Tea in the Park exhausted me. Okay, so now that I have filled my whole face with concealer, I'm going to blend it in, and I'm going to try blending it in with this because I feel like this would do it quite well. Yeah, that looks really nice with that blending because it's quite a hard concealer. So I feel like maybe a little bit with your finger to kind of warm it up a little bit, and then blend the rest out with the brush. Now there's a huge spot on this side of my face which isn't cute, so I'm going to blend that with my fingers. What have you guys been up to? Let me know down in the comments. I have been so busy. Oh my gosh, have any of you seen Beyonce? How amazing was she? I saw her at Hampden the other night in Glasgow, and it was, oh my god, it was unbelievable. I was like in tears most of the time. It was so, so good. Looking kind of up close, by the way, how cute is this little mirror? It says hashtag selfie ready on it. It's from Lottie in Boots. It's not the best concealer I've ever used. For 90p, it is pretty blooming good. So yeah, I'm actually feeling really positive about this. I'm really kind of enjoying it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I got this contour kit and it was £4, which I thought was really good because there's actually 3 shades and a brush inside. And it looks like this, very similar to kind of every contour kit you see. I'm going to use this brush to powder first, and it is the angled powder brush, ideal for contouring, but I'm just going to use it to powder to begin with and then bronze up my face afterwards. It looks a bit funky, it looks a bit strange. It's like pink here and then angled here, and it kind of dips in the middle. But this brush was £1.50, so I thought that was pretty good. And I'm just going to take the banana shade here. Also, what I really like about this is it's got a mirror, a lot of dirty footprints on the mirror, dirty handprints on here from what I've just put on it. But let's see what this looks like. It's quite banana-y. Oh, that one is quite pigmented and quite yellow. If you've got quite yellowy kind of sallow skin, that might work, but I don't have any tan on at the moment, so I'm very, very pale. However, let's try out the contour shades. I've kind of powdered a little bit. I'm going to use the brush that came with the kit and this shade here. And these do seem quite pigmented, so I'm just going to tap it off quite a lot. This big spot on my face is really doing my head in. Okay, so this doesn't blend too easily, but I'm just going to use my foundation brush. I have been at my granny's today. It was her 85th birthday. I tell you, if I get to 85, I'll be pretty happy. And we went to see her. We went out for some lunch and it was really nice. We went to, I don't know if any of you live near Dundee, but we went to the Berkey Inn, which is a little kind of like pubby type lunch, and it was very nice. I had like vegetable lasagna type things made with like aubergines and stuff. It was really nice. I usually have something quite similar when I go to Pizza Express as well. It's so good. Okay, so I don't know if it's showing up really badly on the camera just because I'm really freckly, but it doesn't look too bad. This looks like the contour comes down further than it does, but it's just because I've got this huge spot here. It won't go away. It's been here for about 7 million years. Can you tell I'm sick of it? Okay, now I'm going to use my big weird brush again, and I'm going to use, it's really kind of fallouty and powdery, the shade in the middle just to kind of bronze up all over my face. It's quite a light foundation, so people with fairer skin than me even can definitely use it, because I've just had to bronze up my face quite a lot. Isn't looking too bad. I'm quite impressed actually. I didn't think I'd be this impressed. I thought I'd hate it genuinely. So yeah, just a little interruption for my sister. I'm not actually that disappointed. I think it looks quite good. Don't know about you guys, or don't know if I'm gonna watch this back and be like, what is she thinking? But anyway, we're gonna move on. Next, I'm gonna move on to eyebrows, and there was 2 options for eyebrows. There was a big chunky eyebrow pencil that came with a brush setting gel and some tweezers, and there was this brow pencil which I picked up. If you want me to try the other one out, then I will, but I thought I'd pick this one up because it's a little bit more precise, or it looked like it anyway. And this one was £1. I got mine in the shade, I don't know if there's shades, there's definitely different colours. Again, not that much of a colour range, I say as I bite into the plastic. How attractive. What I do like about this, it does come with a spoolie on the end, so that'll make it a lot easier to brush through my brows. At the moment, I'm quite liking my brows quite light. I'm gonna roll with that at the moment. I did like them really dark for a while. This colour looks like it's gonna be okay. Quite gingery. It's quite warm. It's not too hard. It's a very soft pencil, so it's very easy to use. It is quite warm. I don't know if it's too warm for me. It kind of just looks like I've got ginger eyebrows now. Not that there's anything wrong with ginger eyebrows. That's not what I say. It just doesn't really match my hair very well. Maybe I would have just gone the darker shade. Don't know if it looks ginger in the camera, but it definitely is a little bit too ginger for my hair. Maybe this would look better on Amy's hair colour. This side seems to look more gingery than the other side. How is that possible? It's literally the same pencil. 1, I'm not used to using pencils, so I don't know if they even look good. And 2, they just are the wrong shade, aren't they? They're just ginger, let's be honest. Okay, let's get over the ginger eyebrows and get on with the rest of the makeup. So the next step that I'm going to do is the eyes. And I'm going to use this eyeshadow palette. It's 9 shades. They all look like this. Very nice shades. The only criticism I have about this is they are all shimmery, which I'm not too fond of because there's no kind of like crease shade. But this is £2.50 and I thought that was pretty good. The yellow shade from the contour kit and these 2 brushes I got, which are identical, but there wasn't actually any other brushes. So yeah, these are both £1, and they are the eye contour brush, which I thought was pretty good. So I finally got these out of their packaging. They're very cute. They're kind of rose gold, as the same as the other one. I'm going to use the banana shade all over my lid, kind of just to create a base. So let's do that. So we're going to move on to the eyeshadow palette. And actually, no, we're not. That's a lie. I'm going to use this middle shade in my crease first and see how that works out. I didn't see any other eye brushes. There wasn't much choice in the store that I went into. But I do have a bigger store around me. So again, if you want to see more choice, then do let me know and I can go and find some other bits and bobs and do some more videos on Primark makeup. So I'm just going to use the yellow shade again to kind of help blend that out, because they aren't the most blendable eyeshadows. I mean, it doesn't look awful again, but it's not. I don't think if someone came up to me they'd be like, oh, you only spent like £20 on your makeup. There was also a stick foundation which I kind of wanted to try, but Amy was like, get the liquid one, so I just got the liquid one. But if you guys want me to try the stick one, I will do that in my next video. I've decided I'm going to do another Primark makeup video because I kind of want to try a little bit more from the range, as I only picked up kind of one selection and blended. It seemed to blend a lot easier on this side. I don't know if that ever happens to anyone. So now we're going to take the eyeshadows and I'm going to use the middle shade mixed with this shade, so the middle one and this one, and I'm just going to stick this on the outside of my lid, I think. Yeah, it definitely works better if you use your finger until you kind of build up the colour, and do the same to the other eye. And then I'm actually going to take the top right colour, which is this colour up here, and just put that on the outer corner again, just with my finger. I'm going to blend these shades out afterwards, but I feel like to get the most pigmentation from the eyeshadows, doing it with your finger is going to be the easiest option. And now we have done that, I'm just going to take the clean brush I've got and blend that out a little bit. They do blend a lot, and I don't know if they do any kind of primers or eye primers, but I feel like if I had like Urban Decay primer potion on or something, it would stick better, because it doesn't seem to be sticking amazingly. So I'm going to use the bottom pink shade now, and it's kind of like a pinky rose goldy shade, and I'm just going to pop that in the middle and blend that a little bit with this brush. Clean brush, and the white shade, which is like a white glittery shade, at the end I'm going to take that with my brush and pop that in the mid, like center to highlight. Might need to use my finger again. I think because they're not the most pigmented shades, using your finger is definitely a good option, just to kind of maximize the pigmentation in the shadows. And then you can maybe like blend it out with the brush a little bit. Even if you kind of dip the brush in water or something to kind of wet the brush a little bit and then use it as a highlight shade, it might not be too bad. You're paying £1.50 for an eyeshadow palette, you don't expect matte quality, but I have been very impressed so far. I am going to use a little bit more of this matte shade because these seem to be very, very pigmented. I'm actually going to use, these ones are slightly angled, I'm going to use the kind of pointier end and just put the product on the pointer end, so kind of stick it in like this and just kind of use that just to kind of get it a little bit more precise, and use that to blend the other shadows out. And I'm going to take that underneath as well. I was expecting more from the eyeshadows, seeing as the contour shades seem so pigmented. Just taking a little bit of that shadow and the contour shade underneath. So I don't know if you can hear, but Amy's listening to Britney Spears in the shower downstairs, and it's quite loud. Probably can hear that, it's really loud actually. Okay, now I'm going to take some more of this dark shade. This is taking longer than usual, but I'd say they don't need blended as much just because they're not as pigmented. You almost don't need any brushes, like I can almost just blend this out with my finger. I'm also going to take a little bit of this underneath. So that is the eye makeup done. I don't know how even that is, but that is what we're going to go with today. So I'm just going to move straight onto mascara, and I have this one that is £1 and it is the volumizing mascara in black, and I'm just going to apply this. Brush seems quite good. It's not too wet, which is my only concern, which means it could dry out quite quickly. I wouldn't say it's volumizing. It's definitely quite black, but I wouldn't say it's like crazy volumizing or lengthening. For a £1 mascara, it's pretty darn good. Now usually with other eyelashes I can go on without eyeliner, so I'm going to try and do that now. I picked up 2 pairs and I'm going to put the sultry pair on, but I also picked up these pair because I think I quite like these. These are the defined ones and this is the sultry lashes. Em uses these quite a lot and she loves them, so I'm going to try them out and see what they're like. And I also picked up these because I thought they looked alright as well, and they're both £1, so if they're not very good you can't really go wrong. It's only £1, isn't it? So these are the lashes. Now let's try them out. I'm going to try and get these off if they're easy to get off, and the band is really thin on them, which I really like. I'm going to do this off camera because I think it's going to be really difficult because I usually use tweezers, but I'll let you know what I think after I put them on. I actually had to put duo eyelash glue on these because the glue that came with them didn't really work. They look a lot heavier on the camera than they do in person. They're not actually that heavy, and they look really like heavy at the edges when they're not actually either. They look okay with that eyeliner though, so I'm quite impressed. However, I'm going to move on to lips now, which is the last step in this makeup look, and I picked up this shade and it is the Velvet Matte Lipstick Crayon, and this was £2 and I got it in the shade Nude. It looks quite pink, it doesn't look that nude, so I'm going to try it out and see. Yeah, it's definitely not nude, it's definitely more pink. 100% not nude, but it's very, very creamy and quite easy to get precise as well. So it's actually quite nice on. I quite like it. However, I'm going to take the eyelashes off because I feel like they're too much with this makeup look. So I'm going to take them off. However, they were actually not bad. So I think I need a little bit more bronzer. I feel very pale. So I'm just going to take this brush again and kind of take what's already on it and put that all over my face. The only step left is highlighter, and I'm going to use the shade in the eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to try and pick up this colour mixed with this colour and see if I can create a nice highlight shade. Right. To be honest, I don't know how well this is going to do. Doesn't look that bad when you put it on with your finger, but it's not amazing. This is actually okay as a highlighter, so I'm going to pop a little bit on my nose. So this is the finished look. I actually quite like it. The only criticism I have is this is a little bit gingery. Eyeshadows aren't that pigmented. I really like the lipstick and the bronzer, and that eyeshadow is kind of okay as a highlighter. I do like the contour shade, and the brushes are actually quite good, so I'm actually quite impressed. And yeah, we're going to move on to the tan now. I'm going to do that with Amy. Is this one is the Instant Tan Gel. It is the PS Bronze one, and it is the shade Dark, and it says for face and body with apricot oil, applies easily, wash off formula. So I'm gonna see what this looks like, and yeah, we'll keep up to date. But I think so far, what would you give this makeup look out of 10? I'd probably give it a 6 or a 7. But yeah, let's move on to the tan because whoa, oh my god, you probably don't need that much.
It smells like fake cherries.
Let's smell.
Oh my lord. Like, see that like fake cherry
Yeah,
smell?
it does smell a bit fake.
You get like that weird like lip gloss things.
Yeah, that you got when you were younger.
Oh my god.
God, the colour is dark, isn't it?
It's quite orange though.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It does look quite orange. It's like the same colour as your hair. It's okay, this is an old bikini, guys.
Yeah, I know. Primark. I feel like it was just the initial shock because I'm so pale.
I mean, it looks kind of patchy. Just the tan. Yeah. It doesn't look too patchy. I mean, it's not great. It doesn't look.
I think it looks quite good.
I think you can tell you've got tan on. Like it's not flawless, is it?
No, but like
you wouldn't expect that from a £2.50 tan anyway, would you?
I think it's quite a nice colour.
It's an alright colour, I think.
Like I don't think it's that orange. Like I thought it was when I put it on.
I think it's slightly orange, but I do think it's quite good.
I'm really impressed with it. Nice.